All right, guys. So what we're seeing here is a sell-off, and the market is continuing in that direction. Harmony zone number one is a short resistance area of 95 by 505. 20 by 30 is zone number two. Rallies are shortable. We will reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 520, excuse me. And the only thing that we need to kind of be conscious of is the fact that we're in the middle of the range on NQ, on the 200 NT wrinkle. So that's an area of a typical rebalancing. So we may get a bit of a rally, and we're getting part of it right now. We're seeing fast market.
Order submitted.
At the top of the hour, we have preliminary consumer sentiment. So that's going to be an important market moving news. So we're getting a market testing Harmony zone number one and responding well to it here. That's the second attempt at it. So the question I have here is what kind of market we're having. The market is out of sync again. So it was in sync, out of sync, keeps doing that in and around this area. The market needs to go and close under 470 in order for the shorts to gather momentum again. How are they handling the stops? Good morning, Steven. How are you, buddy? How are they handling the stops here? They're taking out the stops on the upside and fading them. Okay, so that's pressure, and they're making higher lows. They were making higher lows. So here comes another stop run, and they bought it. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to see more of this price action. David, good morning. So they're gonna run the stops here above 13. $95. Okay, so if they break 95 and a quarter, yeah, 500, yeah, 500. So we're gonna get a market that's gonna sell off a little bit here. Let's see. Yep, they're gonna sell it off here. They're gonna sell it off. Captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinko. Captain set up on the 40 that got violated and reset. So there's a bit of distribution here in and around Harmony zone number one. And here comes their retesting again. So that 70 is going to be the critical level for the market to kind of head to. But there's distribution here. Every time we hit the top end of harmony zone number one, which is resistance, we're getting a positive reaction as far as the sellers showing up. They keep taking out the stops and selling, and the selling is more forceful than the buying. But that doesn't mean that they're not coming in at the low end of that range and buying it. So they picked up these stops and these stops. So here you go. Eventually, one of them is gonna win that game. We're seeing a consolidation type of market. The market is out of sync already. So that means that we are in a state of just this back and forth business. It's not a trending environment. We need to kind of. I'd rather be short than long, be honest with you, but if they put on a double switch trade here, we're gonna push back up, and they just did that. So we're gonna see this and start looking for. Yeah, here we go. That's the push. That's the double switch trade. Rebecca and Thomas. Both of you take a screenshot of that setup right here. And exactly this way, like literally the same exact way it looks. It doesn't matter what the cloud is. So the cloud could be positive, could be negative. Uh, just look in the chart over the weekend and find this setup and see how it works out. Yeah, good morning, winner. The market is out of sync. We're getting a two-sided market. We have an ES that is still long, and we have a target of 55.62 and a quarter. So there's obviously a disconnect between the longs and the shorts between those two indices. It is a brand new day, absolutely. Right, we're retesting harmony zone number two. So we saw that. I mean, that's kind of basically Thomas and everybody. Rebecca, Marty. Good morning, Marty. DJ, Mike. Good morning. How are you, bud? Good morning, Brad. Adam. Good morning. Futures trader. Good morning. See that double switch trade in the spot right there? You see what the market did afterwards. It became a very solid counter trend. So like right here, we're at the bottom end of the Globex band. We're expecting a bit of a pause and reversal. Like this is the almost the last point of defense here for the shorts on this rotation. So the shorts need to show up. They need to bring the price down to 505. Here they come. Give me 1 second. Here they go. I mean, that's good. That's good. That's what we want to see out of this market. If we start breaking anything above 35, there's a good chance that we're gonna go to 545, and that would get the market in sync on the long side. Then Globex, which is 570, will be the next target. So the shorts have this harmony zone number 2 as resistance, and they need to hold it. Otherwise, we're gonna shift personality here. So first touch bases, we got selling pressure on harmony zone number 2 into harmony zone number 1. And I mean, I would call that a first touch basis too. I mean, we got so close to it, it's good enough. And the market reversed back in. So that's the first touch short, first touch long. And the market now is in consolidation. It's consistently been in consolidation anyway. But so they're running the stops. What are they going to do? They're going to buy him. If they buy him here, that means we're going to head back up to harmony zone number 2. So if this candle flips back up to 510, right, where's that stop? 0605. Okay, so that's it right here. Let's see. So they're gonna punch it back up to the 505, 510 here in seconds. With this close that we saw at 95, the market is in sync on the short side again, which means I need to be looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity on a swing trade basis with a target of 445 and a quarter. Target 445 and a quarter. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Harmony zone number 2 held and got retested multiple times. We are in a channel on the downside. Let's just keep looking for the short side. We'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 520. When would we consider the touch of the harmony zone number 2? The first touch, this right here. That's the first touch. It came back in and rallied back up, but that's just kind of consistent with that behavior. So we need to be able to handle that kind of behavior here. All right, so they are breaking this channel. We have another shot at it right here. That's channel number 2. So we need to stay under 515, which is the entry price for this rotation. So on ES, let's take a quick look here. Captain set up long. They had it at 550, 55.75. They're about to close this candle right now, and that means that the anticipation here is to shoot up to 58 against that 52, and if that happens, we're gonna get a bit of a counter trend coming up in NQ. And we're looking for these counter trends as an opportunity to go short. But that's just the captain setup and the retest of it. So that typically will push up the price. And let's see how far they push it. We're looking for these rallies to short into. But I definitely wanna hold off at for a minute here, because this ES behavior is going to affect NQ. So we got the 58 on ES, but NQ did not quite behave in a strong way here. So that's piece of news right there. Also, we came in and ran the stops above 503 and sold off. I mean, they're accumulating these stops here and selling them up there. They're coming for more stops here in a second. Okay, so they're taking that out. Okay, yeah, ES is really firming up. ES is firming up here. ES is firming up. Yep. See, that was a bunch of clues here that the market was doing something different. A lot of clues. And it's all started with how ES was behaving. It was behaving in a different way at this point. So now the market is out of sync, and we're retouching, touching harmony zone number 2. Selling pressure happening there. And this is not first touch, obviously, but you want to see how well they're handled. Here we go. So now they're gonna bounce it back and forth between those two levels again. Okay, running the stops. They did the same exact thing earlier. So right here at that 23, 22, if the market closed, we're gonna sell off. I mean, we're gonna get a selling pressure. Yep. Like literally, this is exactly the same thing that they did right here. So what we've seen here is a market that goes in sync, out of sync, and consolidate between harmony zone number 1 and 2, then attempts to sell off and then it gets countered. And a lot of it has to do with location. So if on a big swing trade basis, if you're looking at the bigger picture and price action, every time we came into the middle of the range on the 200 NT Rinko, we had a, a, a massive reversal. It's not even a decent reversal, a massive reversal. And the market made a railroad long here, and I mean here. And now they're doing it again here. So this is going to be very critical. If the market cannot go to that 70 and push into the middle of the range, even when we get to the middle of the range, which is below the 33 and the 400, I would expect a bit of a defense going on by the longs, because that really ultimately is the integrity of the long move that we're seeing here. Needs to be protected at that spot. So, but, oh, look at that. Captain set up short, 6 pound captain set up short on ES. So as long as they protect the 61, we should see a little bit of selling pressure happen in ES, which should speed up the selling pressure in NQ. And ultimately, we want to see the 70, but before the 70 is 82. You get to 82, that's going to be a big deal. We got news. Up $1,300 in half an hour. Thank you, George. Yeah, here we go. There you go, Thomas. That's all you needed to do, man. You needed to come in the room. That's here it comes. So now, okay. So back to Rebecca. You'll see this behavior over and over and over. Of them, the market is out of sync. It's consolidated. It's going back and forth between harmony zone number 1 and 2, and first touches are the strongest, but you see them even repeating it again. The market spends a lot of time doing just that. And it trips a lot of people because most people are thinking in terms of a trend, and the market is non-trending. News in 4 minutes. Thank you, Adam. That's what I'm waiting on here. So from the channel perspective, we broke the upward channel. Now we're establishing a new downward channel. We have news in less than 4 minutes. Expect some action. I mean, after such a massive move upward, you would think we would have a solid down day, but I'm not gonna stay biased on any direction. We are in a spot where the longs can come in. They are coming in actually. So the market is consolidated. They're defending. They're trying to protect the middle of the range. I need to be able to operate on both sides of the market. I need to be able to take the longs, and I need to be able to take the shorts, but I'm more tilted toward taking the shorts than the longs, and size up on the shorts versus the longs. So right here in ES, we need really another push toward that 56. Yep, Joseph, congratulations, man. You got yourself a PA. Now you're armed and dangerous. Yeah, over the weekend, yeah, they want your money, so they'll contact you today. I mean tomorrow. Here we go. Here we go. That's what we want to see. Now is 81. How are they treating the stops? So there's a lot of I mean, the market has a feel of sucking in the longs and trapping them. That's what the feel of the market here, and you really need just one solid push in ES, and NQ is gonna just literally fold into lower prices, 400 and lower. Okay. So if we break that 56.55 on ES, then you're gonna see a lot. Here we go. The market is back in sync. We got to the 80 that we talked about. Okay. Now rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis again. 445 and a quarter is the target. And we got news in 1 minute. We're gonna wait for that news, see what type of market we're gonna have, and then start playing the game from there. Here comes the news. Breaking that channel, going to harmony zone number 2 again. That'll be the third time. Fast market. So they hit it this third time. Let's go, let's go, let's go. They're spending time here. They're making higher lows. They're making higher lows. That's not good for the shorts. Captain set up long on the 21, on 21. Yeah, yeah, that's, nope. They chewed through that resistance and now they're playing around with, I mean, they got very close for 545. 545. ES hit Globex. Target on ES is 74.75. The market is literally held up by how ES is strong. That's what's holding up. Good job, Mike. If we break 25, that will set a captain set up short on 40 NT Rinko, and we see if the shorts are interested up here. Here we go. That's coming up. 25. You got to break that 25. Wow. Putting a captain setup long here. Wow. Nah. Not. They're not interested. They're not interested. All right. So now we have a market that is in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis, and our target is 570. 570 happens to be Globex as well. We will reevaluate that idea if we break anything under 500. Okay. And Globex is a spot where they can really flush the shorts right above it and then stabilize the price and come back in. You have a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko, and that's a powerful area right here. So 521, and then we are gonna be targeting that 570. So we saw early signs of price stability, and I'm gonna just refer you back to that. See what happened since that moment. Market came back to it, retested it, came back again, and then boom. So those double switch trades are very, very strong signals. Here comes the 70s. Yeah, we're getting very close to that target. So what type of trader is actually successful in this environment? The fader, somebody that faded faded the longs and also faded the shorts. Now the market is setting itself up for a bit of um, a trend or a counter trend toward glowbacks, but ultimately the type of trader that's been a little bit outperforming here is the one that did not assume the market is just going to continue to go short and saw the early signs of reversal and faded it. And once the market struggled in that run up, shorted for scalping basis. So let's see here. 47, 37. Okay. I can give that one a shot. If they close this candle up, I'm going to start looking at it from the perspective of a long. And I'm going to keep it very tight. And I'm going to look for 50s. Gonna go to break even. Okay. Breaking even on that one. Okay. That's fine. Target number 3 is where they're going with this. I know it's a nice setup. I ended up flattening the trade or just paid for commission on that one, but that's a good spot for that type of behavior. It's their first run. I mean, since they hit that 50, so they got to the 50, ran it up. That's the first retest of the fact that they shifted the personality. And you gotta move. That's good. That's good. Steven, how's Steven doing? Okay. Let's keep working, buddy. Let's keep working. So as long as we do not break anything under 20, pullbacks are buyable on signals with a target of 570. I mean, we see them buying target number 2 into target number 3, and that's just an area of this box of price action that we're seeing here. They're trying to make higher lows. They ran the stops once, and they're trying to firm up the price, but it's just very fragile here. And I'm looking at ES, and ES is really struggling at this level here. So a break under 61 will flush this market a little bit. So we don't want to see that. We want to see a break above 65.50 in ES. And if that happens, it's going to help out a lot on NQ. So from a big perspective, really on a even on a swing trade basis, the market really have to violate this captain setup long in order for it to be decisively short. So most likely we're going to get to glowbacks and flush some of the longs, I mean some of the shorts off of it, and then come back and retest. Well, here we go, we're already there. But that's such a solid signal. Whenever you see a captain set up on the 100 or the 200 for that matter, that's a base for a push. So now if the market is really serious about the shorts, they need to come and play around with that level. So we hit glowbacks, we hit the target, and the next target in this rotation is 595 and a quarter. Harmony zone number 1 is 45 by 35. 20 by 10 is harmony zone number 2. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break under 526. Pullbacks are buyable with a target of 595, and we saw the 65 break in ES, and that's the catalyst for this move. hit that like button and subscribe. And appreciate you guys spending your Friday with us right now. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. All right, so we're at Globex. That's notorious for chop. We're looking for pullbacks to buy into this market, and we want to protect the 35 and definitely the 25. $72. They're gonna try to push it a little bit here. Pullbacks are buyable. So they're taking the stops and pausing. They're taking the stops and pausing, but they're not giving any ground. They're literally trading the harmony wave. And the harmony wave is long. Um, I mean, obviously, if they break 65 or 59, they're gonna try to. Uh, Here we go. That's better. So they're taking the stops again, and their pullbacks are shallow. So anybody that's trying to fade the push toward glowbacks is getting smoked so far. We are in a channel to the upside, channel number 1, and we have a target of 595 as a target. Yeah, first touch. No, I know. I mean, those first touches are good. Then from there you can like read through the market and see if there's more to it than just the first touch. And the same thing with Harmony Zone number 1 and 2, um, DJ. First touches are solid. Then after that, the market can just do something totally different. All right, so railroad long here at 80. I'll give it a shot. Oh, no, I don't like it. Out. I'm out of that one. Okay. Okay. So it made a double switch trade. I went short, made money on one, covered the second for a stop. So it's just kind of noisy here, and yeah, we're on right around Globex. So here we go. What I don't like to trade is Globex. So we're gonna take a pause here and see if we can get out of this little consolidation zone. So that's where we at so far from this kind of rotation. All right, let's keep working. I definitely want to leave this spot alone. You should expect flushes and then they retest glowbacks and or rallies and they come back to retest it again. I want to see separation away from that area either way. I mean, if they break the 45, they're going to be testing harmony zone number one, and that would be an area where we could test the longs. And they got so close to that target of 595. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, this is absolutely. First touch bases to Globex is one thing, but trading in and around Globex like this, it's a recipe for a lot of stop outs, especially if you have a tight stop. I need to leave this price structure alone and just read the stops. Like, okay, so the first 65 to 57, and they bought it back up to the middle of the range. They're coming in to retesting it, and they're buying it back up. So there's interest here to hold on to the price, and the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. So the bias is on the long side overall, and we have a target of 595 and a quarter. I rather see us do two things: either break 595 and a quarter, then pullbacks become buyable away from glowbacks, or we break 545 or get to 545, and that market can test the longs here in a solid way. And if you break under it, then that's just a different story at that point. But where we at location wise is what you're seeing here. About 10-15 minutes worth of just fluctuations. I'll be patient here. Innocent. How's everybody doing so far? Adam, where we at? Adam, Brad, DJ, Marty, where we at? Rebecca, any questions? Steven, any improvement? Winner Circle, any trades? David, where we at? Okay. All right, so they took out the stops here. They got very close to that high and they reversed. So they're gonna probably pull it back toward Globex again. The target is 595 and a quarter. Okay, sounds good, Rebecca. Here we go. So back to Globex. Let's play that game. If we break 561, we're there already. That's a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko. Now based on that behavior, I'll look for rallies to short into against a double top. With great deal of care, Captain set up short right here. So the stop for that rotation is 91, and we're looking at 35 target, and see if this can be the catalyst for an actual big move. Yeah, let them rally it back up a little bit here, and we'll see if we can find an entry on a scalping basis only. If they close this candle, I'll give it a shot. Let's see if I can get in anyway. I mean, I get it. My stop needs to be here. That's too wide of a stop. That's too wide of a stop. I don't like it. 63.73. They're running me over. Okay. Let's see here. We have one more spot. It's 91. Yeah, 91 is the stop. Took one contract off just to kind of reduce my risk and my cost basis, and I'm looking for the 60 to show up. If the 60 show up, then I'm in a good shape. Yeah. And then I could be in a process to really add to this trade with a target of 35.60 coming up, and boom. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy, George. Don't get greedy. I'll take that one and look for a rally back up and get short some more. Because, I mean, we're testing Harmony Zone number one. So they're. I mean, I had to take a little bit of heat here, but that's just the way they operate around Globex. I think I made money off of this thing. Let's see. Yeah, I ended up making money. Made money. I mean, I obviously I took a little bit of a stop on that first one, but second one. So I'm break even for the day. Hey, that's a start. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. But that's just that 60 into that captain setup formation. So at least that gives me a structure that I can measure risk. My risk was 91. I really didn't like that big of a risk on that trade, but that's what was available. So if I was gonna get in here, that's what I had to kind of be able to accept. And then once the market ran the stops and reversed, then that's a good spot for me to add to that trade, and then see how well the 60 hold and the 60 flushed. And at this point, I was like, don't get greedy, don't get greedy. Why? Because you're literally flushed it into support. So getting greedy means I would have to sit through all of this, and my positive trade is breaking even right now. So don't get greedy. So how are they handling the stops here? They're handling it as if it's a consolidated market, meaning they're taking out the shorts, trapping longs, flushing them, then trapping the shorts that almost trapped me here, and into and then sucking in the longs into a rotation that gets flushed. I mean, they're literally just going around Globex and whacking people. So here we go again. I mean, look at that. That is market out of sync. The 200 and the 100 are no longer in sync, and we are going to be looking at taking longs and taking shorts. As long as we keep pushing away from Globex, that gives us better price action. Yeah, Christian, you're allowed one. That's DCA. Because my entry was underwater, and we added one against that move, while my P and L was negative. So you do it once. One ad and one ad only. Be honest with you. I mean, I like a little bit of DCA because it gives you more flexibility, but you're when you don't DCA, like with the example of Apex, your your risk controls are a lot better. So there's an advantage to not DCA and be honest with you, and I'm starting to like it. NT, what do you mean NT? Oh yeah, I got you. I remember you're talking about that firm. Okay, what did I just do here? Hold on. Okay, so I'm taking that flush right here. Just small pocket. Here we go. We are in a channel. That was a bit of an impulsive trade. But I saw that testing and retesting and the declining highs, lower highs, and an entry should have been 57 and a half for the potential of getting to 46 and or lower. I don't want to really, yeah, here it comes. Like, I want to be way high up there into that zone and not that close to that zone because they're going to do this type of behavior. So that's a big wick. That means most likely if you break that 48, you're going to flush and get to the 42.40 and see how well the price happens. But you got to get under 48. So let's go back to the cause of all this. And the cause of all of this is this captain setup on the 70 NT Renko. It's a distribution level after the market have ran up. And then it tested it once and twice and made big wicks and sold off. So we don't want to see 70. We don't want to see 570 because that will put a halt to that type of behavior. But as long as the market's doing what it's doing right now, we can look for a scalp short on with a minimum number of contracts. We need to see price action under harmony zone number 1, which is 35. Captain set up short on the 30 NT Renko, double switch trade short on the 50 NT Renko. So you're getting a multiple charts telling us the pressure that's accumulating is a short pressure. So that's gonna keep me focused on the shorts, but we still need to break that 35 in order for the integrity of price action to shift toward the shorts a little bit more. And you could see they're trying this. They're trying. So even when they get to 35, most likely they're going to pause and run it back up a little bit. But I want to see at least that behavior. Yeah, it's touch 3. Absolutely. So you want to be Captain set up short on ES, so now you got that in your favor. You got the 35. Here we go. You could see it. I'm like, you could tell that the price was like just not right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are you serious? All right, now they're going to bounce it back up. They're going to go into the 26s, 30s soon. Wow. That's big deal. They're selling even here. So that's a big deal. It's $500 test. I'm gonna get in, see if I can get in, and I'm gonna put a stop right here. It is what it is, and I'm gonna give it a test and see if I can get a punch up into the 15s and 20s with a risk of 10 points. Adding, adding, selling, selling, out. Bought, sold, sold, sold. It's gonna go up to 20. I mean, why here? Are you kidding me? You're gonna do all this, come into literally the close of the 200 NT Rinko and put a one candle reversal there. That's the ultimate trap. So I'll take a shot at it at 05 against a whole number, and then against a target, and against the close of the 200 NT Rinko. That's literally like a 8-point stop. And the market typically right here pops up. See how they're sneaky like that? They're sneaky. They're sneaky. Oh, that's just wrong. That is just wrong. I thought I was doing good with that run. So exaggerated, it's an exaggerated behavior here. Exaggerated behavior. Now the market is out of sync. Oh, excuse me. Apologize. The market is in sync on the long side after that massive flush. And we're going to be looking for the cloud to shift positive, and then retesting of the price action and see how well they handle it. It is brutal. So I mean, we recognize the weakness up there, and we recognize the shift at the bottom. So, the market is readable today. And see, you know how many people just literally shorted into this, thinking, "Oh Lord, this is the one," and got smoked. So what's the tendency of the market here? I mean, it's such a wide range that we should expect pullbacks to be wide, like right here. So 37.27. If you get 27, let's see what kind of market we have at 27. That's crazy. So a good way to kind of get around, not get around, but to avoid the DCA, but still participate in a bigger number of contracts is literally wait. You put an entry and you have your stop. Wait for the market to go one tick above your initial entry and put an order there. And because most likely if it went back up to that level, it's going to go and run up in your favor. So this way you're still adding to positions, but you're not adding it when it goes against you. And that when you're getting a profitable trader, a profitable trade that way, you're you're oversizing your winners versus a stop. When you get into a stop, typically the market, you get into an entry and the market just slams you, right? So you're gonna lose on one contract. But if you're adding to it, the minute it goes one tick above your initial entry, then you're in two contracts or three contracts. And if it jumps up, you're oversizing your winners. So, but see, hit that level, it's just everything is kind of oversized here. I mean, like that move up, that move down, and the market now is out of sync. Protect your capital. That's all I got to tell you. Protect your capital. So back to where are we, DJ? Okay, DJ. Okay, so now they're that's just the selling pattern here. Market is out of sync. It's a two-sided market. So what did we do here? Man, look at that mess. So we sliced right through that. First touch was here, and that got smoked. And then you had that last line of defense, and the market held on to it, boom, ran up like crazy. Then this is the first touch of Harmony Zone number 2. And they're playing this game back and forth. I'm gonna take a pause and just get some water. I will be back. Gotta take a breather. This kind of market can make you emotional. All right, back in action here. So the market is out of sync and testing. We're running the stops right here. I mean, they've been buying them up and down this level. Okay, that's a flush. And you got a lot of stops under that 12. I got the muscles, man. What are you talking about? It's there. It's hiding behind that shirt. Okay. See that bounce back and forth, back and forth. That's consolidation. So this is a market where you got to trade the like this zone between harmony zone number 1 and 2. It just you got to fade the edges of price. Like if you try to buy in the middle of the range, it's just gonna literally slap people back and forth. So you're better off waiting for them to run a stop and take that stop from them. So they're gonna run it right here at 15. Here we go. So now 15:05. Look at the 5. We should see a bounce into the 20. That's quick. Here you go. We need better price action here. So they're running the stops 15 into the 5. They got to the 6 and bounce, trying to protect harmony zone number 2. And they need to really come back into this neutral zone, which they're probably going to get there in a minute here. You just have to be patient. I have to be patient and watch it. But that's kind of the way they do that type of market, is they flush the stops, thinking, giving you the impression of a break, and then reverse. Tricky ass. Yeah, here we go. Well, that's not quite the way it's supposed to work here. Steven, where we at, Steven? Today's Friday. It's your favorite day. Not strong at all here. Not strong. Boom. Okay. I can deal with that. Market is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. We have a target of 470 and a quarter as a target. And I'm looking for harmony zone number 1 is 520 by 530. Then zone 2 is 545 by 55. we'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 540. I'm looking for a stop run above the 20 and see if the shorts come back in. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, but it's been a consolidated market. So here comes that 20. That's typically what they're trying to do here, 17 to 20. Let's see if that's what they end up doing. 17 to 20. And taking out these stops right here. Above 20 will be even better. And here comes. That's consistent with a push lower to 500. See, that's another thing. You got a whole number here, so that's not. But we should see at least a couple of candles down to 505 against that 20. No, wow. That's a little bit strong. But you're in harmony zone number 1. And we'll look for another rotation. Yeah, it's a double switch trade though. So there's going to be a bit of a push and probably flushing the stops right above 38. Market is out of sync again. I mean, it's just notorious today for this kind of crap. Here comes that 38. Market out of sync. Here they come. Here they come. Okay, so they're gonna try to flush. They should try to flush that into the 45, and we'll see how far they go. 45, 38, 48. So you could go to 48. Hmm. So ES, let's talk about ES here for a second. If we are at 55.61, yeah, no. If we get there, that will put pressure on NQ. I mean, they put a double switch trade right here, and that's got tested and it's holding. So they're gonna run the stops. That's what the market looks like it's doing right here. And we are in a channel upward. I mean, literally, we have to trade under 510 in order for the shorts to be back in the game. The market is out of sync. Two-sided market. Yeah, let's just think. Okay, captain set up short on ES. That's what we're looking for. So there's going to be a bit of pressure coming in on NQ against that stop run and against harmony zone number 2. I'm going to watch this thing. The shorts need to break 510 in order for them to be relevant again. That's, I mean, when you're getting an ES that gives you a captain setup like that, you expect a bit better movement on NQ. Actually, you're expecting better movement on ES itself, and an actual flush under 59, then into the 58, and that will lend itself to a push on NQ. This market is just lethargic here. No, I'm just quiet. I'm just watching the market. So first touch glowbacks, and we're getting a pullback here. Yeah, glowbacks. It's yeah, good job, Christian. I mean, the expectation when you look at this is just to see a little bit of selling pressure under Globex. Hey Juan, good morning. You think so? Christian? Maybe. That seems to be their sweet spot anyway. Hey, good morning, Juan. How are you? All right, guys, it's 11. I mean, they put a captain setup short right here. So there's a bit of distribution going on in this area. Yeah, that would be nice, right? If that happened, then you're gonna most likely get a 64.60 out of it. Potential double switch trade here, which really will lend itself to toward that 60 if we can get there. Uh, yeah, now we're trading around Globex. Okay, what time is this? 11:05. Maybe this is it for me. Here we go. So we are up for the day, 328 after commission. I think that's where we're gonna call it. All right, guys. Good day. Yeah, same to you, Thomas. Anything comes up or any issues, just let me know with the software. Okay. All right, and we'll see you bright and early Monday morning. You guys have a good one.